Hey everybody, Parquet here again with another Gran Turismo 7 video for ya. Before we get racing, let's go buy a new whip. I'm feeling a bit lavish today on this fine Thursday, so let's go look at the Audis. Today's going to be a somewhat familiar track for those of you that watched my first video. We'll be at Deep Forest Raceway, but this time we're going to be doing that thing in reverse. I really hate this direction, and let me show you why. There's a very tricky hairpin here. This is one of my earlier attempts at doing it, and I don't really do a good job. I should be trail braking a bit more as I try to get the rotation through the hairpin, but I gained a bit on my ghost there. And let's see how I do in the race. So here we go. Like I said, Deep Forest Raceway in reverse. We got 14 laps. A tire change / pit stop will be required. The hard and medium tire compounds are available to us. And since I'm near, middle back of the pack, I'm going to be choosing the hard tires to start this party off with. Settling in as usual on lap 1, trying to get some heat in the tires. And we actually gained a position through the dreaded hairpin up into 8th place, but now I got Nizzy coming up around the side, and I know he's going to really be rearing to get this place from me. He ends up, since he has the inside, I kind of have to let him have it, and things are cool up to this point, but they won't be cool for long, because as you can see coming up here, Nizzy just pops left and leaves me dancing in the flames. But at least the stewards think I'm okay because he's waving the green flag. So I guess I have to just suck that up and keep on going. Moving on to lap 2 here. Hairpin, second time of asking. J Blah decides to do McTwist and McTwists himself out of the lobby. With that, I am still in a solid last place. That is until that moment there where we catch up to Alex having a bit of a moment, relinquishing 13th place to us. And as we continue to move through, the phrase "pain don't last forever" rings through my mind, and right on time, pain ends for me as we drive through some type of chaos that was afoot there, putting us up into P11. And adding on to that, T-Pain deciding to change some tires, so we're on the points back in P10. Wait, yay, woo, feeling good as I can be at this point. At least I haven't threw my machine into the wall yet, so that's good. I cannot say the same for Lou there, who decides to turn on X Games mode and let me take P9 because of that. And apparently that was some type of karma coming towards Lou, so thankfully it didn't have anything to do with me. And the only thing that does have to do with me is this clean air that I need to be taking advantage of right here. As we fast forward into lap 6, I think it's about pit stop time now. I'm coming off of running a low 29 on the last lap, but after all that chaos of the first couple of laps, I'm feeling I am ready for a change. So when we get on these medium tires, I'll be able to drive, as fast as I can for as long as possible. I think I can control the tire wear here on this map. I've driven it a lot. I'm a bit of a tire whisperer, if I were to say so myself, and because it's my video, I do get to say so myself. And we're going to see how that strategy, works out for me as we continue to continue to drive through this race. The Audi boys and girls back at the Bavarian factory. Hopefully they're happy with my driving. Leaving the pits here in P11, 1 position off the points as I start on lap 7. And I'm pretty happy with the kind of space I came out in of the pit stop. Nobody's too close to me in front or behind, so all I have to do now is really just lock in and focus on my own inputs. Even though there was a lot of the aforementioned chaos, this is a good time for me to try to settle into a rhythm as we fast forward onto lap 9 here. And At this point, looks like I did just that. I'm coming fresh off of a 29 flat, trying to push to get into the 28s now that the car is a bit lighter on the mediums. For those of you interested in a little bit of the behind the scenes / inside the driver's mind when we're racing, we are definitely thinking about burning gas and wanting to be on the softer tire compound when the car is lighter. That's how you are able to, maximize performance of the tire. The only time you really want to be on a softer tire at the beginning of the race is if you're at the front, because of course you don't want to lose first place. But I digress. End of lap 9, we come with a 28.2, which is good. And here we go again, closing up the space behind Cuz here. And now with this getting a bit of a better exit because I had to stay on the brakes a little bit longer, we are officially in slipstream range of P9, and exciting stuff is on the horizon. It's exciting because now we're entering my favorite part of all competitions, which is winning time. In every competition, every game, whatever you're doing, there's a point where, winners win and losers lose, and we're reaching that point in the race. Lap 10, reaching the end, I'm in the Audi, and I do a bit of a loser move here, hitting the wall, but since I have a winning mentality, I'm not gonna let it get to me too much. And because I hit the wall, I get a half-second penalty. The game just reminded me even more I'm buns. Got a bit lucky there though, because Cuz decided to turn right into a left-hander, relinquishing 9th position to me. But I know the fight's not necessarily over yet. I got a half-second penalty to serve here. Was able to hang a pretty good gap on them, so luckily I don't have to worry about it too much. And yeah, I think here won't be too much more to report. Lap 12 here, a couple people probably quit, end up in lap 7, and now fast forwarding to the end here, looks like I get to bring it home in P7, so we're securely on the points. I got to fill every part of the race. I was in the front, got dropped to last, fought my way back up through the pack, and now we're on to race 2. Doing a bit of pre-work in the lobby here. We're in P10 behind B-Spec Boosted in front of Racer X. We're going to throw on those hard tires so those can take the brunt of the, wear and tear as we fight through traffic. Having fresher mediums at the end is going to help me win any racing action I counter. So anybody, race me if you dare at the end. And now for the fun part, race 2. So here we go as we hurl ourselves towards corner 1. B-Spec gets it a bit wrong and takes the Brazilian out there. Luckily I stay out of the way of all of that and am gifted a couple of positions for doing so. I try to get a bit cute and hang it a little further around the outside, but it doesn't exactly work out how I think it would, but that's okay. Our friend from the first race that went X Games mode, Jay Blah, we're going to settle in behind them and push them down this back straight as we try to get away from everybody else. Smartly, Jay Blah takes the defensive line. Good job. Respect was shown both ways, and I feel like the only thing on everybody's mind here is staying out of the carnage as much as possible. It wasn't on my mind enough apparently, because during this tight and twisty part here, it just completely turns into complete chaos. Couple deaths back there. So sad for our friend Jay Blah here, who turns left into the right-hander, and luckily for me, happily for me, I find myself in a solid P5. Well, actually, it's not that solid because I do have a half-second penalty and B-Spec is 6/10 behind me. But, is your glass going to be half full or half empty? So here we go, glass half full time, and we're going to be looking for the yellow Armco on the right as we downshift to 5th there. Don't think B-Spec Boosted did the same thing, as they get it a bit wrong and give me a bit of a love tap from the back there. Little bumper to bumper action. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that big of a deal. I had a penalty to serve anyways. Those positions were going to be relinquished anyways, but, you know, stay off my bumper, man. Now that I'm done complaining, I can get back to commentating the actual video. You see there, I hit the wall, and because of that, I'm sure all of these guys and gals and pals are very excited. They get to see that 1 second penalty flash. So, you know, shark in the water, I'm bloody, never a good position. And it's at this moment where, you know, it's drip or drown. So here we go. Break on the white line, chuck it into the corner, get on the gas, use the curb there for a little bit of rotation, slight lift here through the left-hander, and now straightening the car out, braking right before the 50 board, looking for a late apex here. Shout out to Angry Gamer Dad for that tip. I wish I would have watched your video before I did these races. I maybe would have been a bit faster, but you know, what you're gonna do. We're going to attack B-Spec right here. I got a second penalty, so I feel like I don't have really much to lose here. We're about to drive it like we stole it. We didn't steal it. Y'all saw me buy the car at the beginning of the video, but let's pull the focus back to this little situation here. I get hit from behind, which, you know, in turn causes me to bump T-Pain a bit off his line. He probably thinks I done had a couple too many drinks. He definitely will not be buying me a drink after this race. Fast forwarding here to lap 4, coming down the back straight, fourth time of asking, and we're catching up to the pack a little bit here. I am within 5/10 now, so, you know, slipstream range, that's always good, but this tight and twisty part is always where, you know, the real skill lives. Buster, aka T-Pain, gets it a bit wrong. Through there goes a bit deep, but he's still able to fight it around the outside, and he's able to keep 7th position, but I know I'm putting the pressure on him. So much pressure on him that he takes a little bit too much dirt there. Shout out to J Bly again, and doesn't hit the wall, but does leave the door open for me to take 7th position. So we're gonna settle in behind Racer X here. You remember from the pre-lobby, Racer X was actually behind me to start this race, so I got a little bit more work to get done if I want to finish this race in a respectable position. At least I can't be losing positions to people all willy-nilly like that. And yeah, T-Pain trying to go up the inside right there. Doesn't exactly work for him, but he is going to not let that stop him from bringing the beef to my side door panel. Here we go right here. Kablammy. No room for me. I thought we were having a respectful race, but I'm pretty sure he thought differently. He had about enough of me there. And you can see there on the tape where, you know, it's a hit and run, officer. We got him. We got him on tape. We got him on camera. So hopefully the authorities come and gather him up as the dirt gathers me up. The ghost of J Blah, you know, floats above me. At least the flag is yellow this time, so people know to slow down. Somebody's in trouble. Of course that didn't happen because it's a video game. The Brazilian actually probably didn't like all this Hugo Boss that's on me. I looked a little bit too lavish for him. Coming around the final turn here on lap 7, went a little bit smoother for me this time. No wall was hit. I have a penalty from some type of bad driving I was probably due, but the important part about this lap is that now the strategy's coming into play. I'm doing this long stint on the hards. I was able to jump up into P10 because of that, passing some of those people that had to do a pit stop, and now it's my turn. Audi boys, over to you. Thanks, team. Now that we got this fresh set of mediums on, it's time to settle in, look forward, and try to catch somebody. Fast forwarding here to lap 12th, we do exactly that. We're right on the back of fast lows here. And even though we have a penalty to serve here, all is not lost, because I know I'm on the faster tire. I know if I can just make up a lot of time, specifically in that middle sector where the grip is going to come into effect, I'll be back in the slipstream. And here on the fast forward at lap 13, that is exactly what happened. Closing the gap here ever so closely to fast lows, and here is where we officially begin the spiciest race on YouTube. Spiciest race on YouTube because it's a race to not be last instead of a race to be first. The race to be first is boring. That gotta be in first place for laps, but we don't know who's gonna, end up in last place between me and fast lows here. But what I do know is that you should watch to the end to find out, because it's going to be very, very spicy, just like that move was late apex there. And I take 10th place from him. FYI, I know I gave that huge spiel about the script earlier. We're off script at this point. As we enter the final lap, I want to do this live for y'all so you can feel the energy of the room and of the video and of the race. It's been really fun making this video for y'all. It's been a lot more fun making this video than it was racing in this moment, as I go a bit wide here and give fast lows actually a pretty good run. He takes the lead on me here going down the final back straight, but I don't panic here. The winner in me knew that I had a little bit more grip on the tires. He's trying to get a little bit exotic. I do a little late dive down the inside. Shout out to Danny Rick, you legend. You probably haven't said you're retired yet, but you're probably retired whether you like it or not. So, enjoy retirement. You ain't got to be racing those fast cars anymore. And if you miss Danny Rick, just rewind this video back and watch that move I just pulled off, because it was a lot like, Mr. Ricardo diving down the inside at Monza. As we come to the end of this video here, a little special announcement. I will be qualifying on Saturday for the Naughty Racing League. I'll have a link, or I'll have a post or something about it so you can watch then if you want. But this was a pleasure to make for you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks as always, and goodbye.